Attention gamers. In case you didn't know, League of Legends will be celebrating its 11th birthday, which in Riot years is apparently over 200, and to celebrate this occasion, the devs decided to bake us players up something good for the new season until oh no, not Chemical X. And among the greatest evils in the world, the Season 11 mythic items were born, bound to ruin this toxic piss pit of a game that is already losing views to some lie detector play with friends edition of Jumpstart 2nd grade. And the early previews of this utter chaos have shown some scary things, like what happens when right-clicks use steroids, or why capping CDR in the first 10 seasons of this game was a good idea. And while every game is an exciting adventure to discover the newest thing that you will be advising your entire extended family on the holidays to permaban, I figured it was time to go back to my roots. As many of you know, I am Booger Boy, king of tank ADCs, where you take the grass runes, slurp fat boogies out of the noses of your foes, and then reap the benefits of a long green ween at the end of your games. And I have tested this mucusy madness on nearly every squishy little AD can't carry in the game, which is why today I am proud to present that Season 11 tank ADCs will be stronger than ever. In this video I have two new approaches to adding some tank to your right-click spank. First, you have this new thing that is somehow both a shield and a bow at the same time, making it an immortality-granting self-pleasure apparatus, because having all this lifesteal and a bitch buffer when you are going to die makes building any amount of health a very wise investment, as you will survive things that previous generations of squishballs could only dream of surviving. Hit up a local kennel and adopt a kitten that queefs green beans into your mouth, and no matter how fed ponytail dang the sped airbender gets, he won't be able to touch your perky tatas. Then on the OG Booger Boy himself you get Divine Devourer, which says erect that green ween, because this health-based sheen will make you one tanky killing machine. Oh god, rapping Rav is coming out. I'm feeling a rap. Ray, drop me a beat. Some kind of catchy slow clap so I can spit some heat. We talking Rady Shady?
The best MMORPG.
I said that's Rady Shady.
Play it on your phone or your PC.
Rady Shady, Rady Shady. Try it today, it's totally free. Endless new champs where no two are the same. There's over 500 now to collect in the game, all with dope skills and gear, too many combos to name, so ignore all the mouth breathers saying that raid is lame. Cause when you make a game that's fire, there's gonna be some flame. Let's talk about where to start when you decide to play. Dope rewards for just logging in each day. The best place to start is by launching the campaign. Feed your weak little simp champs to buff the ones that slay. Join a clan for the dope rewards, mine's the best by the way. But if all your troops have died, and all these tips you have tried, today's description link will provide a free sub to Raid's very best deep dive guide. And there are new updates that have been announced to be coming. Artifact Forge to craft that lil extra something something. Advanced quests with rewards that'll have you jumpin'. New champs with dope designs that are bumpin'. The Doom Tower has me over here fist pumpin'. So click the link below and download some fun for free. Cause it gives you gems, keys, shards, XP, piss files, and fat stacks of money. Not to mention the Shaman, a free champ that is jammin' to help you stomp all those missions that you will be spammin'. Word, I mean.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Okay, now for all of you trying your hardest to prove that you have the smallest flaccid pork sword in the audience by posting a timestamp of when my high effort ads are over, please politely sniff a gooch, and to the rest of you, slap that upward thumb button silly, and let's build tanky so we can get spanky in this pissing festival of a game. Now, aside from some level 1 silver elo shenanigans where everyone is half-tab drubbing a blooming butterfly out to some jailbait on TikTok, the first few minutes are uneventful as me and AFK Kitty are pressuring Sona into backing up so she can join glow in the dark Obama in shamefully dry humping his turret like it's a sex doll, and I have no patience for pussies, so I call up my jungle and order a big blue boomerang for the boring bitch, and it gets delivered just on time. This gives that blondie boy the confidence to venture into enemy territory for some risky PvE, which turns ugly when he gets caught out in a petty fight over who donated to Belle Delphine's OnlyFans first, so I come in and say, guys, you know she's standing right there, which prompts them both to flash away out of embarrassment, but that shackle shitter fails and dies as a result. Then it's just me and this hovercrafting heel slut thinking her tower will deter me, but I run up and politely say, tweet about that bitch, before hitting a quick Viagra enema to erect my green ween and give that tower a bad case of the blue balls. Oh, by the way, I have a recon mid, but I guess it's better than a brain-dead Lux straight alley-ooping herself off of Tantrum Tomatoes into danger just so she can get knocked up and banana banged by the boys. 2 Chainz says screw that Imouty, and then I come down to see that bathwater diva floating her way up, so we hit her with some pink strobe lights to film her next music video called Too Many Bubble Gums Up My Butt, and then I command a quick sky glitter shitter to send Cosmic Bowling Alley Lucian running. Turns out too many bubble gums up my butt was a hit, so me and the little levitating litter box synchronize some pink projectile vomiting as Goat Dick casually misses a knock-up on a stunned target and we get briefly interrupted by pink nips before finishing the kill. This leaves Sona all alone, and unfortunately for her, posting dumb things on social media doesn't prevent you from getting murdered. This allows us to do some statue vandalizing in peace until Tilted Tommy comes raging and just to miss his only engage and carelessly donate a diminished amount of gold to me, which is great now, but I just know Riot Software is secretly making a note of his name so that they can put this brainless slobbering ATM on my team next time I am in promos. But Rav, you are toxic for taking that misplay out of context, they will say. Show the next play where he lands an engage on you and steals your ult, because that play wasn't that bad, they will say, until you escaped and he decides to run straight through 3 people on your team, letting each of them repetitively slap his ass like he has been possessed by your curvy figure, only to die like a dumb dog once again, they will say. That said, he was able to shackle the twinkle shit a little later and go full blown 50 Shades of Grey on his e-boy ass, only for that pole twirling twat to steal his kill. Then he does a cute amount of damage to me as I prove the power of double lifesteal and a tit-sucking feline in Season 11. A minute later and I am just force-feeding some bubble gum to the neighbor's dogs when bam surprise, a wild dumb shit appears to donate to the Make a Fed Rav Foundation, but as much as I would like to double tap splatter some dead dog guts onto him for the kill, I was so I just opted to rub my elbows on my right click button instead. I get word that my top lane is a knight in dying armor and has decided that picking 1v3s when there is no objective in sight is a surefire way to piss off his teammates, so he is solo getting shit on, forcing me to come in like an opera death fetish machine yelling, "You get a death and you get a death and you stupid abomination fake online simp queen persona get a death." Then I run back over toward the neighbor's dogs to finish force feeding them some bubble gum, only to see that blonde baton fetish star slut in the area, so like a premeditated stalker I hit a timely pissy plant to launch me into surprise you're a dead bitch Vil, and she doesn't even fight it. Meanwhile levitating Barbie keeps randomly stopping to send tweets about her fucking feelings, so I catch up, hit a sky glitter shitter and have Puss in Boots nail a homing wind chime for the kill. At this point I am 11-0, which means my teammates have to try extra hard to throw this game, and my solo laners have indeed still found a way to turn the color off on their screens, but a giant floating wyvern makes for the perfect distraction for me to sneak in the back door, turn some lights on and throw up all 647 gumballs I force-fed myself before the fight. Then if you are watching this video Lux, the kind thing to do here would have been to pull your pants down, bend over and let me scream Penta in total euphoria, but I guess you would rather deprive hundreds of thousands of people the satisfaction of seeing an innocent perky-titted pistol-popping pirate get her well-deserved Penta. So for that, I would like to politely ask you to eat a donkey dick, and there you have it. Game 1 showing the power of pairing lifesteal with a little kitty, making you an unkillable tanky spanky ADC, and Season 11 as I queued up the second to show option numero dos when you want to play a booger building bot laner. Now as some context, this game started off with the standard ignore all minions and opt for an all-out sloppy drunk brawl at level 1, leaving everyone injured running around half naked until the first jungler to come down realizing there's 700 gold just laying around will ultimately set the entire course for the game, causing the losing end of that situation to spam jungle diff in chat for the next 17 minutes until their assholes have gotten ripped out and beaten so many times you could make a leather sash with them that says fuck this game and give it to them as a parting gift after they forfeit. But this one turns out a bit different, as that flailing piece of paper mache doesn't think I see her rubbing a half chub out in the shrubs thinking about how hard she is going to jam her Q key, so I hit her with a bursty boy into surprise shift shitter. Here's an auto for the road combo, and then Ashe decides she wants to go base, so I show her a quicker way to get there. A minute later and my gothic prom queen of a support is contributing by letting the bad guys edge with her life before tying them up and letting me launch little static electric fizzle tizzlers up their cooters, forcing them to retreat. But I learned from college never to chase two scantily clad women into the bushes, so I take it slow, letting Manbear Pig take this one home as he chases them through the cove, and I lead a bursty boy, call me Tom freaking Brady, with a Q to the B to take the kill as that sparkly asshole gets away. Now I just want to finish my chores of murdering a group of hooded midget employees so I can go on a shopping spree when none other than Aframu stops in to react to my gameplay. Okay, enough praise man, I come back to lane and sure enough this ashwipe has the nerve to waltz around and breathe my air, so I have the zombie bride put her in a cage so I can unload some pent-up electricity out of my fingers before eating a 700-pound crystallized arrow. They burn summoners as I proceed to practically aimbot this shit with over 120 ping before retreating to the bushes to order a giant translucent banana to be delivered to the archer in the purple cage. Fast forward a bit and they have started a resistance against me, repetitively delivering them back to Fountain by sucking off the ass of their statue, so I start my backup plan to get plates instead, but Sona wants me to dance to one of her songs, so I decline, saying that song sucks, get your ears checked you mute bitches. Legolas's wife finds herself in prison and being force-fed giant bananas again until she flashes out, and I follow the flashing leader just to supervise her death. Oh look, we had the Seraphine or Dodge player on our team this game. Let's see what she was up to when she wasn't busy feeding her ass off. So I decide to group up with my team to try and stop the bitch bleeding, and sure enough that fed knife sales lady is slipping in the back door to show why Riot making her spin to win ultimate proc on hit effects was nothing short of preposterous, but not to fear, 3 people's ultimates were here and the fed juggernaut with the nice jugs goes down. And then to make things a little bit sweeter, I remember that their bot laners are 2 chimpanzees that were kidnapped from the zoo for an experiment to see if apes can learn how to use computers as I burst down the song simp. Then my jungler says man, bear or pig, and I say I don't give a shit, just flash so you can stun the Ashe and we can collect our damn cash. Oh by the way, their top laner is Tentacle Tina, who has been generously fed all game, but when she tries to introduce herself to me, the ADC, expecting to leave her toenail shavings in my colon, she was met by the reality that I have 2300 health 20 minutes into the game, so she pisses off, allowing me to focus on Miss Spinny Tits. She starts to flee, so I send a large spectral dead bitch Zamboni her way before giving my attention back to Fiona from Shrek as we coordinate a quick gangbang on the ogre. At this point I have a big green ween enhanced with enough magic resist to make this mute song bitch and her stealthy pink sex ant sidekick completely irrelevant, as I come and ask the harpist what song she would like to be played at her funeral, and she says the blue one before dying like a dog. Then it's just this insect sea all alone as I pat myself on the back for that awful pun while waiting for her to thaw out so that our Sona can serenade her as she dies. This prompts a quitter's quorum, begging the question of how much health I would get if these games didn't end in 25 minutes, but ultimately proving that when you remove the words one-shotable from your resume as an ADC in League of Legends, you will be getting a lot more offers from companies that provide LP. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed, consider abusing the shit out of that upward thumb button and subscribing for more. Also, if you are curious how my final ranked push at the end of Season 10 is going, to see if I can escape the depths of Elo hell, check out my second channel for daily uploads. Also shout out to Patreon supporting the video so that I can say things like piss tits and twinkle shit and still finance my efforts toward being entertaining and not having to be too censored on this channel. Pet your dog, jerk your ween, build grasp on ADCs and brush your teeth tonight. Rav out.